Today on Mornings, the Indian Cultural Association hosts its annual Republic Night. Sean Gardner gets a chance to speak to some students about what they do outside of school. And Mr. Heller sits down with two editors from the Night Crier. All this and more coming up next on Mornings. Now, please rise, and if you're in the hallways, please stop, and join me as we recite the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Hello and welcome to this edition of Mornings. I'm Katie Moyer.
And I'm Christine Felty. Just a reminder that today is an early dismissal day, as well as the first day of the second semester, so just make sure you go to the right class.
And now get those emails ready, because here comes the Brumball Challenge.
All right, today's Brumball Challenge will deal with the topic of anatomy. This is a very obscure question. What do you call the little lump of flesh right here in front of your ear canal?
We'll now go to Corey Pace and Sean Gardner in the gymnasium for the Dude Report.
How you doing? I'm Sean Gardner.
And I'm Corey Pace.
And this is your Dude Report for today. We're live from the gym, and
we're just looking at the weather. There's a slight chance of
rain today, and it's kind of raining, may rain at all. Fire level condition today is moderate, so watch out. And shark watch, no sharks today. So that's about it. I'm Sean Gardner. This is your Dude Report for Wednesday. Thanks.
Sean Gardner recently got a chance to talk with some students about what they do in their free time.
All right, this should be interesting. Let's take a look.
Homework and just after school activities. I'm Sean Gardner. I'm going to take an inside look at North Penn and see what students do in their free time. So what do you like to do in your spare time?
On the weekends, I like to immerse myself in sports, play some backyard football, and some rousing games of Tecmo Super Bowl.
In my free time, I just really hang out with my friends or listen to music. I read too. I don't know.
I spend time watching TV, reading books, going on Instant Messenger, basically.
Hang out with friends, sleep, play Xbox, stuff like that.
Well, I like to hang out with my friends, or sometimes I have to go to work or do homework, the normal stuff. But a lot of times when I have a free moment, I like to talk to my friends, whatever, things like that.
Well, I play a lot of lacrosse, but in my spare time I like to chill on the yacht with friends.
What do you guys like to do in your spare time? Oh, drink tasty beverages? Me too.
I like to write music and record.
I go to shows on the weekend, basically.
Well, I don't know. I just like to drum, nothing else.
What about you, sir?
I like to play the Pokemon card game. I just recently got the new pack. Go to Toys R Us and play in the tournaments.
I like to do a lot of stuff. Watch TV, listen to music, call my friends, the like.
As you can see, students here at North Penn do a variety of different things in their free time. I'm Sean Gardner reporting for Mornings, and I gotta find something to do.
Mr. Heller's back, and today he'll be speaking to Allie Ferris and Eric Henkels from the Night Crier. Mr. Heller?
And good morning, thank you. We have Allie and Eric joining me from the Night Crier this morning, and we have a new issue coming out. And before we get to that, Allie, what is your role with the Night Crier?
I'm the executive editor.
And what does that mean?
Basically, I'm in charge. I help lead everyone, and I write the staff editorial, and just generally try to keep everything together and everyone on task.
Okay. Eric, what is your role?
I'm a co-sports editor with Greg Adelsberger. Like Allie said, she's the executive editor, so she's the editor of everything, and then each section has their own editors, and sports takes up the last 3 pages of the paper, so it takes 2 guys to get it done.
Okay. Is that a Steelers jersey you have on there?
Oh, that's correct. This is a Troy Polamalu jersey.
Okay. Some would call you a bandwagon jumper at that point.
Well, you know,
at least your team is still in. Mr. Bartle wears a Colts jersey. I saw him wearing a Colts jersey yesterday. I didn't have the heart to tell him they lost. Allie, with the timeline with the paper coming out in the near future, when do you start production on the paper?
We start production on the paper as soon as the last paper ends. We start brainstorming for articles.
When did the last paper? When was that out?
December.
Okay.
Early December.
So January.
Right.
You started.
Right. So middle of December we started brainstorming articles. Then we all sign up for them, and then everyone can start doing their interviews and putting their articles together.
And what about the sports timeline? Can you go back then, or you have to be more current because the teams are always playing?
Sports is always an exception. It's usually one of the last things to get done. There's lots of last games in the week of press week when we're putting out the paper. It takes up to the very last minute to get the last scores in, but we always get it done.
All right, with the people watching the show this morning, how can they get on the Night Crier staff, Allie?
Well, to get on the paper, it's a news journalism class, and you have to take Intro to Journalism as a prerequisite. So usually you can only get on it now if you're a sophomore or junior and you sign up for the class next year.
College plans for next year?
I'm going to American University for journalism.
College plans?
I'm going to somewhere in New York, most likely, for broadcast
Or
journalism.
Temple.
Or Temple.
Thanks from the Night Crier staff, and back to Katie and Christine.
The Indian Cultural Association recently hosted their annual Republic Night on Friday. The night was in celebration of India's independence as well as a remembrance of the people who fought to help India gain its freedom. All proceeds from the event benefited the Thon Charity Foundation for the relief of child victims of cancer. All right, it's finally that time. We have a winning homeroom for Brumball Challenge. But before we announce the winner, let's take a look at the answer.
All right, back with the answer to today's Brumball Challenge. The little lump of skin in front of your ear canal, I'm sure you all wanted to know, is called the tragus. Thanks for playing today's Brumball Challenge.
All right, the winning homeroom is Mrs. Slater, who got tragus, so congratulations. Now we'll go to Corey and Sean for the letter of the day.
Hi, I'm Sean.
And I'm Corey.
And today's letter of the day is D. D is for dinosaur. D is also for duck and dodge, which Corey clearly can't do. I'm Sean Gardner.
And I'm Corey.
And today's letter of the day is D. Thanks.
Just a reminder that today is an early dismissal day, and we will be following an 8-period modified bell schedule.
Also, tonight will be the last night for evening hours in the IMC. Starting next week, the IMC will remain open until 4 p.m. on Wednesday afternoons, but will no longer be open on Wednesday evenings. The IMC will still be open tonight, though, from 7 to 9 for the last time.
And that's all for this edition of Mornings. For the entire morning staff, I'm Katie Moyer.
And I'm Christine Felty. We'll leave you with some footage from the Indian Cultural Association's annual Republic Night.
Yo, feel the music, the sound of a tumby playing. Feel the